Hello everyone, I am the Basement Dweeb, you can call me Nova, and I just watched Love Me, Love Me Not. Now, before we get into the video proper, quick reminder, if you haven't done so, to hit the subscribe button, like the video, leave a comment down below, share it around, and tag me at the Basement Dweeb on Twitter. And without further ado, let's get right into it. Now, for those of you who don't know, which is arguably probably most of you, Love Me, Love Me Not is a movie, anime movie that came out in September of 2020. That's based on a manga of the same name. That aired, I think, 2015. I want to say 2015 to 2019. I'm not sure. So I know it ended in 2019. I think it started in 2015, but I'm not 100% sure. And funny enough, the author of the manga is the same person who made Blue Spring Ride. So I've been really, and I love, I liked the anime for Blue Spring Ride a lot, and I love the manga. I've read the entire manga for Blue Spring Ride, and I really wanted to read this manga, but I just hadn't had the time to dedicate to another manga series when I was already reading more manga series than I should be dedicating my time to at once. Anyway, I saw a trailer that there was making something for it. I didn't know it was a movie. I thought it was maybe a TV series, and I didn't know it was out already. I thought it was going to come out like in 2021 or 2022 when I saw the trailer for some reason. Or it had been a while since I saw it, and then I was scrolling. Funny enough, I was scrolling the search feature on my Instagram, and then, there's a bunch of random stuff there that they kind of curate to based on what you follow and the things you like. And I saw a clip from this thing called Omoe Omoware Furi Furare, which is the Japanese title of Love Me, Love Me Not. And I was like, what's this from? And then I looked up the thing. I'm like, oh, it's Love Me, Love Me Not. Oh my gosh, the thing's out! It's out there in the wild. Oh my gosh. So it took me a while to find it, and unfortunately I did have to pirate because it wasn't available on any legal streaming sites that I know of, unfortunately. So I did have to pirate it, but when it does come out on DVD, I am buying it. I promise. I didn't pirate it for the hell of it. I pirated it because I literally couldn't watch it any other way. So don't at me, okay? But anyway, it took me like an hour to find it, but I finally did, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's out. And I'm like, okay, so it's a movie. Okay. And I'm like, I wonder how they're gonna do this, because I obviously haven't read the manga, but I was thinking, I'm like, okay, how is this gonna work? Because the movie's only an hour and 42 minutes, and I was like, this manga is 12 volumes long. How are they gonna take 12 volumes of content and turn it into less than 2 hours? Because, there are anime I know, anime that I am consequently using to, film, that I am using to balance my phone on when I'm filming, it's the first 11 volumes of the first 9 volumes of this anime series. And there's 2 seasons for this anime. I'm just like, how on earth? It's not even the first 12 volumes of the series. And they made 2 seasons out of this. And the 2 seasons only cover about the first 9 volumes. So I was like, how are they going to fit that much content into less than 2 hours and make it work? And I was genuinely, I was like, I'm excited because like I was wanting to see it. I'm like, but I was also kind of worried because I'm like, is it going to be good? And I can say with certainty, having not read the manga, but I can say with certainty that just as itself, the movie was good. Very, very good, and we will definitely get into it. I will say, there's nothing in particular that I liked that was like, yes, I like this very particular thing. I just liked the entire thing, Like, I was watching the movie, and I'm like, oh, I like the voice acting. Oh, I like, the animation, it's pretty. I like so-and-so and so-and-so. And I was just like, okay, so I like... Overall, like, nothing about this movie, again, is nothing spectacular. The story isn't anything super complicated. It's just really cute, and we're just gonna get right into the technical stuff, because that's more where kind of the stuff I like lies, is kind of just all the different technical facets of this movie. So first thing we're gonna talk about is gonna be voice acting. So sadly, there is no English dub for this movie, so I did watch it subbed. And that's not a knock to it. I do prefer English dub, but I have nothing against watching it Japanese if there is no English. I'm not one of those people that's like, if it's not dub, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, I prefer dubs. If dub isn't available, I will watch sub if I think the show is still good, if I think it has a good premise and it'll be fun to watch. So I did watch it subbed, and I liked the voice acting. The voice acting was very very genuine, very good, especially the voice actor for Rio, the main male lead. His voice acting was very, very raw at times, not super, because it's not a very angsty movie, but like at all. But there was a couple moments where it got dicey and emotional, and his voice actor was very good. It was I think Nobunaga Shimazaki is how I think his name. He's been in a lot of things. He's Yuki Soma in the original Japanese for the Fruits Basket remake. He's also Haruka Nanase in Free for the 5 Free stands that are out there. I like Free a lot, but as you can probably tell from the fact that I did an unboxing, I bought the limited edition Blu-ray for season 3, if that tells you anything. But he's also in what else is he in? Damn it, I forgot. I know those are the 2 that stood out to me the most, but I know he was in some other ones that I liked that he played some important characters. Point is, he's in a lot of things, but that's usually the case. Like I know Mamoru Miyano is in literally everything. Like, the Japanese voice actor pool isn't very big, or I could be wrong. I don't know that much, but like I've seen like the handful of actors I've seen, it seems when they're in something, they're in a lot of things. Anyway, yes, the voice actor for that guy was really, really solid. The voice that was the voice acting that stood out to me the most. But all the voice acting overall, it fit the characters well. It was very nice, very pleasant to listen to. I'm gonna give voice acting for this movie A tier. Next thing we're going to go into is animation. The animation for this movie is not anything spectacular, but it is so fucking pretty. Like, I looked at this movie and I was like, oh my gosh. It is absolutely gorgeous to look at. Not like Fruits Basket remake pretty, because that's like its own tier, kind of. Like, there's FEDCBAS and Fruits Basket. Not in terms of like quality, just in terms of like pretty, but the animation for this was very pretty, very pleasing to look at. It didn't feel janky at all. It was very fluid, very expressive animation. A lot of hand movements and, characters moving around more, because, a lot of times in shoujo manga, in anime, manga doesn't move, in shoujo anime, a lot of times there won't be as much animation as there will be moments, and they'll make them very dramatic and very artsy, and there's not a ton of movement. There's a little bit, but it's not a lot. If you watch enough shoujo manga, you'll kind of know what I'm talking about. But the romantic moments for this were very, very, there's a lot of emotion, a lot of movement with these characters, and I really liked it because it's different than most romance anime that I watch. Like, there were those moments in the movie, but there were also a lot of movements. There was the confession scene was absolutely gorgeous. They had like a song playing in the background. They had all this rain that was very stylized, and they had some spinning camera shots, and it was very dramatic. But the movement, it's hard to describe, but it was absolutely gorgeous to watch. So overall, I'm gonna give animation, and again, it doesn't have the S tier edge, but it is definitely a strong 9 for animation. It is absolutely gorgeous to look at. Just absolutely beautiful. Next thing we're gonna talk about is sound design. Now, the sound design for this is more about the music involved, and again, it's not anything spectacular. Again, although I will say the 2 songs that they have, the insert song and then the song that plays during the confession scene, and then the song at the end, were both very, very solid tracks. I tried to find the insert song afterwards, and I couldn't, and I was so sad, because I was legitimately, I want to listen to this more and more and find out more about this, because it was a genuinely really, really good song, and I wanted to find it, but I was so sad when I couldn't. But anyway, overall, I think the soundtrack is good. It works, Overall, again, anime like this generally just don't have super powerful soundtracks, depending again on the anime, but the soundtrack is only really there in the super emotional romantic moments. There's not really as much of a soundtrack when there's not anything super important or dramatic going on. But overall, it was a good soundtrack. It didn't really stand out to me, but for the 2 insert songs alone, I'm gonna give it A tier, just because if the 2 insert songs weren't in there, then I would have given it a B tier, because it wasn't bad at all. I just didn't really notice it. But because of the 2 insert songs, I'm gonna give it an A tier. Now, my overall thoughts on the movie and my overall rating. If you paid attention to the video, you're going to know what I'm going to give the rating. But yeah, overall, this movie, super cute, super wonderful. I literally, there were multiple times where I screened at my computer, oh my gosh, they're so fucking adorable. I remember distinctly, like, at least 4 times when that happened. And here's the thing with me, I'm probably going to make a little video about this down the road. I'm romance trash. I love anything, like, I am romance garbage, okay? And I'm gonna explain how romance garbage I am in that video when it comes out eventually. But, I love romance. It's my favorite genre of anything ever. But I'm weird because I like wholesome romance. I am not one of those people. I have never seen a shmentai, as it were. I have no plans to, ever. Never gonna happen. The raunchiest thing I've ever seen is fucking Sword Art Online Abridged and like MHA Abridged and the Something Witty stuff. And I love Something Witty, by the way. If you guys haven't watched Something Witty Entertainment's Sword Art Online Abridged, go fucking watch it. It's fucking fantastic. Anyway, but that's like, and the animation for that wasn't even raunchy. Just the dialogue is like that. As far as like animation goes, I've watched some of Monster Girl Doctor and didn't hate it, but I mostly watched it because I liked the romantic undertones, because again, romance trash. Anyway, but the thing I loved about this anime, it is wholesome, beginning to end. There is nothing at all sexual in this movie, ever. And I was so happy. I'm like, brain off, wholesome in. It's just so adorable. My heart was full by the end of it. I was just so happy. This movie just, this movie, again, nothing spectacular in terms of plot or anything like that. But just, if you like romance, you will love this movie, hands down. I promise you. If you are romance trash like me, you have to watch this movie. You will not regret it. I promise you, 100% guarantee, basement weeb guarantee, you will love this movie if you like romance. Anyway, I'm gonna give this movie overall A tier. It's so cute, it's so fun to watch. I do not regret watching it. Hell, if they ever release an English dub, I'm gonna watch the dub again, probably go over it, you know, briefly, be like, hey, yeah, I liked this, the dub was good, etc., etc. Definitely buying it when it's released. If there's ever a DVD release, I am buying the DVD because I want to own this movie forever. And yeah, I love this movie. I found it out of nowhere, and I was like, okay, cool, looks cute. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it stole my heart in like an hour, and like less than 2 hours, it stole my heart completely. And I love it. So if you're romance trash, like me, go watch Love Me, Love Me Not. If you're not romance trash, go watch it anyway. Anyway, with all that out of the way, that's going to be the end of today's video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I will be linking my Patreon and my Twitter down below. I still don't have a proper outro. See you in the next one. Bye!